If you want to buy a Ford Mustang Mach E or a Ford ETransit, then I don't blame you. I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm saying the time to buy it was yesterday. Or, well, you've got about a week before you're going to lose a massive discount. So get to it. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Aussies, yes, the Mustang Mach E is coming to Australia very soon. I'm excited to hear that. However, the news for US buyers here is, well, good and bad. You'll still get half the tax credit, but the other half you won't get anymore. Now, Ford is preparing to lose the full tax credit, according to Teslarati and other sources, on the Mustang Mach E and the ETransit electric van. The ETransit van is actually one of the really impressive products that Ford are making right now. The full amount will be still available for the F150 Lightning, but the new rules come into effect on the 18th of April, and therefore you should try and buy one before then if you're planning on getting one. The Mustang Mach E and the ETransit are losing half the credit, so they lose half of that $7,500, meaning $3,750 less if you buy it after the 18th of April, because the battery packs are not actually manufactured in North America or fully assembled. The Mustang Mach E and ETransit do not meet the requirements of the IRA battery rules, and customers who wish to receive the full credit have until the 18th of April. Now, you don't have to receive delivery by then. You just have to have placed your order by then. All three of these vehicles will still qualify for EV tax credits, which are included as part of the Inflation Reduction Act. I mean, they still get the $3,750, at least for the next year. In a year's time, rules will change again, and then it'll be confusing again. This whole thing's confusing, but anyhow, this is how it is. Ford's Chief Customer Officer for the EV division, known as Model E, Marin Garja, said, "Customers made Ford the number 2 electric vehicle brand in the US last year, and as we scale our production to build more EVs for more customers, we believe this new incentive eligibility will help even more Americans join the EV revolution." Now, the first thing that I think when I hear this, I go, why did you mention that? I mean, my first thoughts are, you say customers made Ford the number 2 electric vehicle brand in the US last year. I mean, Ford could be, they could have kept their number 2 crown, but they didn't. They got annihilated. They were 5th in the first quarter of the year. Now, 5th in 1 month wouldn't be a big deal. You'd say, well, 5th for 1 month, but 5th for 3 months, that's terrible. I mean, Ford delivered just over 10,000 electric cars. So what, nearly 3,500 per month. General Motors delivered more than 20,000. They're now making more than twice as many electric cars as Ford. This is good for GM, not so good for Ford, but at the same time, GM, that's still only about 3% of their cars in the US that are electric. And you say you're going to smash Tesla in 2025. It doesn't look even remotely like that's going to happen. The challenge here, right? Ford have the reservations. The hundreds of thousands of people are ordering their cars. Same for General Motors, hundreds of thousands. But how do you go from making $3,500 per month to making the $50,000 per month that they're promising by the end of the year? Seems a bit of a jump. $3,500 to $50,000. Is that realistic? I mean, hey, if they can do it, I'd be stoked. I'd be the first one getting up and waving my arms saying, Ford, you smashed it. You did it, Ford. Mary, you did it. Yeah. Jim, you did it. I'd be saying that. But I don't think it's likely. Ford said its EVs will qualify for the following credits when the new rules take effect later this month. F150 Lightning, $7,500, although it'll be still a lot more than what it would be if you'd been able to buy one a few months ago. Mustang Mach E, $3,750. Ford ETransit, $3,750. So what am I talking about with the Ford F150 Lightning? Now, yeah, you're going to get the $7,500. That's really good. But I mean, the price has been increased 5 times since the truck was revealed. That's a bit disappointing. I mean, it's expected, but disappointing. To qualify for the incentives, the MSRP of the vehicle must be below $80,000, and the buyer must make below a certain amount based on their filing status. For singles, it's $150,000. For couples or for a household, it's $225,000. So I'm going to guess there's a lot of households that make more than that. But married filing, if it's a joint filing, it's $300,000 US. There's probably not that many households that make more than $300,000 US. If you're one of them, well, congratulations, that's great. So what this means is, if the F150 Lightning you're buying is above 80,000 US dollars, you won't get the tax credit, nor should you. I mean, if you're buying a car over 80,000 US dollars, you don't really need it. Now that applies then to the F150 Lightning Platinum, which exceeds the 80,000 limit. And there's also a couple of other models that are around $100,000 as well. Now, part of Ford's trouble this year with making more EVs and selling more EVs is the fact that they did pause production of the F150 Lightning, so that would have affected their sales. The other thing that they're facing is competition. What do I mean by that? Well, before the Mustang Mach E was quite a bit cheaper than a Tesla Model Y, but now thanks to the price reductions, right, it's a massive difference. It's enormous. People don't realize this, but all of a sudden the Tesla Model Y goes from costing around $65,000 for the base model to now, with the tax credits, costing less than $50,000. I mean, we're looking at probably about a $16,000 US dollar difference, meaning the price is much closer to the Mach E, because the Mach E before qualified for the incentives last year, Tesla vehicles didn't. Now the price becomes much closer. So now people are going, well, do I buy a Mach E or a Model Y? Price is not really any different. It's actually not, when you consider the standard features on the Model Y are a higher spec than the standard features on the cheaper Mach E's, meaning the price is actually very similar. Which one are you going to get? Personally, you know what I'd get. What would you get? Aussies? Let me know. Americans? Canadians? UK? Europe? Everyone. Let me know. What's the better car? Mach E? Model Y? What's your pick? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.